Welcome back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Vince Sims. February is an opportunity to celebrate Black History Month. And NBC5 and Telemundo 39 are partnering with the African American Museum Dallas. Here to talk about the annual Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame is the interim executive director of the museum, Margie Reese. Thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. First of all, tell people about the African American Museum Dallas.
Oh, my goodness.
What this is and where it is.
The African American Museum is located in Fair Park. Everybody that listens and watches you knows where Fair Park is. Mm-hmm. So we're on the front end of Fair Park, across from the Dallas Summer Musicals Music Hall. The museum has been at that location and has just celebrated 50 years, actually, with the retirement of our founder and CEO, Dr. Harry Robinson, who led that effort for 50 years and longer than that. So the museum is in Fair Park in sunny South Dallas. Lots of opportunities for children and families to visit and learn about the history of our city and the history of the African American contributions in America.
That is a great opportunity and facility there. Let's talk about the event, the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame.
Wow, that's a mouthful. This will be our 29th year celebrating sports figures, athletes, both male and female. And you know, athletes are core to our community. They're heroes, they're legends, they're trailblazers. And so this year we're really happy to honor some of the more contemporary, especially female, the first African American female to win an Olympic gold medal with a shot put. Will be honored along with St. Marshall, who many of us know is a former CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and then a host of other baseball, football, basketball athletes who've been trailblazers in our own time.
As you were saying, this is, a lot of athletes and famous people that are being honored with this. Is this something that's just for sports fans, or is this something that everybody can gain something from?
I don't consider myself to be a sports fan, but when the Dallas Cowboys are on. So yes, there are lots of opportunities for families who gather together, friends who gather together to celebrate the human athletic spirit. And so this is not just for sports fans. This is for people who understand that men and women dedicate their lives to this particular aspect of working through a lot of trauma, but also a lot of celebration. So come to the museum. The event itself is on March 1st, but on our website you can see just a roster of athletes that we've celebrated over the last 28 years.
Now that's just one event, but what about some other initiatives or exhibits that people can see there at the museum?
Well, thanks for asking that. There are two really important exhibits. Always on exhibit is a small collection from our permanent folk art collection. It's stunning work. A new exhibit just opened this past weekend that features young African American artists from across the country. The Carol Harris Sims, who was a great ceramicist, that exhibit focuses on young artists who are doing very contemporary work. And then we have a permanent collection that everyone in Dallas should see called Facing the Rising Sun. There's a chronicling of the Freedman Cemetery, objects that were found with the unearthing of human remains along Central Expressway. So that exhibit is always there. School groups learn a great deal about our history, and everybody that watches your show should come and visit me at the museum.
We hope that they will do. And explain to us why museums, institutions like this are so important.
The African American Museum, and all museums actually, are responsible for collecting, documenting, and preserving history. This museum in particular focuses on the history of Dallas's community and the African American leaders that have moved through this city, creating this great place that we call home. So museums capture and keep and hold in perpetuity cultural memory. They help sustain culture so that we can be more humane to each other, and we can understand that it takes all of us to contribute to a great society.
Sounds great. It's a wonderful thing. You've already told us this is at Fair Park. Everybody should come and see this.
Yes.
And talk about the fact that it's free.
It's absolutely free. It's city supported, private sector supported, individuals. Your membership supports the museum. It's free. It's open for school tours, church group tours, individual visits. And it is one of those icons in our city that we forget about sometimes. So I appreciate the fact that you're letting me herald this institution as one of our great stopping places for families.
Yes, ma'am. And as we said, it's free to park down there. It's free to go. As
Right.
long as you say that, then you have no excuse
It's free.
not to go check it
Right.
out.
But I have something for you.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
As a reminder that Black History Month is February, but we celebrate Black history 365 days a year. And in case you don't know about any date in the year that a contribution was made by an African American, I have this little gift for you. Hang it up in your office and look at it every day.
All right. I only have a cubicle, not office, but it's going there.
Okay.
I'll make sure. Ms.
Very
Reese, thank
good.
you so much for sharing
Thank
with us.
you
We
for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
And thank you for the calendar.
Absolutely.
All right. As she said, if you'd like to participate and visit the African American Museum, visit aamdallas.org for more information.